You know, most of my time usually goes into doing this every day. Many of you might have come across a study that says sitting is now the new smoking. Merely sitting now is being compared to smoking. Now, why is that? According to many health researchers and the WHO, sitting for a prolonged period of time affects physical as well as mental health, and the mortality rate induced due to sitting and smoking can be compared. So what are the findings of this study? Can we compare the effects of sitting versus smoking? And how can you break this sitting pattern? Watch till the end of this video to know all about it. Physical inactivity is associated with 3.2 million deaths and 32 million disabilities every year. People who have a sedentary lifestyle have a 20 to 30% of increased higher mortality rate as compared to those who are regularly active. In 2022, the WHO released its first ever global report on the high cost of physical inactivity. And WHO says that 500 million people will develop heart disease, obesity and diabetes between 2020 and 2030 due to prolonged physical inactivity. These were the findings from the report. Less than 50% of the countries have a national physical activity policy, of which less than 40% are operational. Only 30% of the countries have national physical activity guideline for all age groups, and nearly all countries monitor physical activity in adults, of which 75% of the countries monitor physical activity among adolescents and less than 30% are monitoring physical activity in children under the age of 5. And only over 40% of the countries have a road design standard that makes walking and cycling safer. In fact, prolonged sitting has led to anxiety, depression, and other mental health issues among adults. But the economic burden of physical inactivity is huge, and the cost of treating new cases of preventable non-communicable diseases will nearly reach $300 billion by 2030. So now, let's compare how health is impacted while sitting versus smoking. Prolonged sitting can lead to higher sugar levels, obesity, heart diseases, premature mortality, depression, and other non-communicable diseases. Meanwhile, smoking causes heart diseases, tuberculosis, cancer, chronic respiratory conditions, inflammation of stomach and intestine. Clearly, the health effects of prolonged sitting are alarming. So how can you break this pattern and create a new one? Well, for starters, if you have been watching this video while sitting, I would urge you to move around as you watch it. To break the pattern, it is very important to take regular breaks. And by that, I mean you could be someone who is actively working out in the gym, but prolonged sitting can affect you too. Set a timer and take a walk every 45 minutes. And to break the pattern of sitting, a nice idea would be to sit on a medicine ball. This might not be possible at work, but try practicing this at home while you watch TV or doing any other activity. Stairs are your new best friends. Whenever it is possible, try taking the stairs and avoid the elevators. And don't forget to stand up. If you have the option of getting a standing desk at work, that could be a good start. And finally, sitting in a literal sense might not be the new smoking, but it is surely cutting it close.